He used the F word live when he spoke to me. How are you, Mr. Khalid? Do you hear me, Mr. Khalid?
Yes, yes, how are you, Mr. Christian Prince?
How are you?
Yes, how are you? Yeah, me personally, I'm ex-Muslim, and I know this guy Marshall is a friend of mine, and I'm the one who told him to talk to you.
All right.
And he said he's open-minded, and I told him, this guy, he's a scholar. He's like the best guy I've seen when it comes to Islam. Just be humble, be nice, and he's a cool guy, and he can say everything you want. But I don't know, when he got on, he started evading all the questions. He started jumping to the Bible. I remember when he first came on, he said, I'm going to prove to you the Quran is the word of God, and he keeps going to the Bible.
Right, this is what he said. He called us supposedly, and this is his topic. He chose a topic. He said, I'm going to prove to you that the Quran is the word of God, but yet he didn't want to talk about the Quran.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I think he's scared. He's an open-minded guy. He's not really a Muslim, to be honest. He doesn't really practice, but I don't know why he's trying to pretend he's like a super-duper Muslim. I told him, you can show him things that he's never seen in the Quran and the Hadiths, and he'll prove to you Islam is without a doubt. And he said, okay, yeah, I want to talk to this guy. And then he started swearing at the end. I remember, you didn't even swear at once, yeah? But he started swearing at you, right? Hello, are you there?
Well, anyway, if you want, he can call back, and we can start from zero. He can call me and prove to me again that the Quran is the word of God. Forget, I'm not angry from him, by the way. I'm not really. I have nothing personal. I believe this person is a victim of this stupid religion. He's trying to hide behind the question about the Quran, about the Bible, but yet all our program is not about the Bible. I'm not priest. I'm not here to debate the Muslims about the Bible. There's a brother. His name is Sam Shamoun. Everybody know him, correct, guys? Everybody know him. Sam Shamoun. He loves to talk about the Bible. He don't claim to be a scholar in the Quran. Okay, his mission is to speak about the Bible. Go and ask him all the questions about the Bible you want. I am here to expose Islam, and this is what I do. But I just did, just to show him that he is not really being honest. I answer him about what the Bible is saying. But the fact, I'm not even here to talk about or to refute the Muslim when it comes to the Bible, because this is not what I do. As simple as that. There's tons of Christians who they answer you and go on, no problem.
And the Muslims, the funny thing is, they believe the Bible is false already. So what's the point? The point is the Quran.
And you heard him saying he don't believe in the chapter of the moon, right? He said he don't believe it.
Yeah, chapter 54. Yeah. I heard
so
he said he wants a picture of the moon.
Yeah. So I mean, this guy obviously, why you are so angry if you don't believe in the Quran anyway?
Yeah, I told the brother, be calm, be patient. He started interrupting you. Every time you answered, I told him, I sent him a message. I said, when CP answers, when Christian Prince answers, that's his answer. If you don't like it, move on. But he's not even giving answers. He keeps dodging the question. So I hope he calls again. I'm gonna tell him to call again.
Because the problem is,
have patience. I know you have a lot of patience.
I understand his situation. He is afraid that if he stop asking questions, I will ask him a question. That's the whole story. So he wanna keep asking questions, so he will not give me a space to ask him a question. I'm willing not to ask him any question. You choose a topic and we talk about the topic, not a question. I will not ask a question. He can call me right now. He choose a topic, and the topic is Islam. He choose it, and we will have a discussion, no questions. Like, what do you think about this? What do you think about how you explain this? I show the interpretation, I show the hadith, and then what he do? He even deny his prophet statements. He deny the understanding of Muhammad. Look like Muhammad, he do not know Islam, but he know it better.
Yeah, that's true. even the I saw the hadith. It was a Sahih hadith. It was from an Islamic website, and then he said he denied it. I don't understand. Muslims, they're very good at lying. There's a lot of deceit, and I'm trying to show this brother, look, this religion is false, and this guy, he's a scholar. He can show you clearly. So yeah, I wish he was humble and he was patient. I know you're very patient. I know you have a lot of patience. That's a good thing about you, CP. But yeah, that's why I told him. I said, because you're always looking for Muslims to debate. So I said, this guy, he has a breakfast show every day. Call him, and talk about Islam. Because Marshall, what you don't understand is this guy, he's a Christian, but he's not a Bible scholar. He's an Islamic scholar. He knows everything about Islam. So why are you wasting time on the Bible? You don't believe in the Bible. You believe the Bible's corrupted. So if the Bible's corrupted, go to the Quran. We'll see if the Quran is right. If you are true, don't be scared of the Quran. Why? If your God he's a false God, or is he a real God? All right?
Well, he's more than welcome to call again, but I hope he will not use the F word. You know.
Yeah, he wants to debate the Bible. I can see on the chat because I want to debate the Bible. Which
why he want to debate the Bible? The Bible anyway, according to Muslims, it is the book of Allah. I mean, why you want to debate the book of Allah? What about you bring the Bible of Allah and we compare it to the Bible of Jesus, and then you have the right to debate about the Bible? Isn't it funny? Actually, the story of the Bible the Muslims they come with is one of the proofs that Islam is a false religion, because this Muslim is trying to prove to me that the Bible is corrupt, and that means Allah, that means Allah, he could not protect his book, because at the end of the day, according to the Quran, this is the book of Allah, not the book of the Christians. And by the way, Christians don't have a book. We don't have a book. This is the book of God. So if the Muslims admit that this book is sent first time by Allah and this is the true God, then the question is, what kind of a stupid God he cannot protect his book? This is not my book. You know, the human being, he died. We don't live. We are not eternal. The book of God should be eternal, the same as God. So when a human being he challenged God and he is able to corrupt his word, that's mean God is a loser and he is not trustworthy.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And the Muslims they say,
the Muslims,
sorry,
go ahead.
The Muslims they say that Allah he sent 124,000 prophets, and all of them they have either books or messages, but yet only decide to protect one, and then the one we are talking about, we find that the goat ate it.
Yeah, that's
and
there's even if we go with the Torah, the Zabur, the Injil, those are 3 books. Yeah, how can 3 books get corrupted? You know, how could Allah fail 3 times and then succeed the last time with the Quran?
Not a 3.
It's so stupid.
Not a 3. All the books, because according to the Quran, all the books is sent before Muhammad is gone. So and Allah he sent 124,000 prophets, not only 1, not only 3. The names is mentioned that the Quran mentioned 25 prophets by name, 25.
Yeah.
But none of them, their books is can be located supposedly, except Muhammad supposedly. But then if we examine the Quran itself, we find that the Quran cannot stand any kind of examination.
you know, Christian, the Muslims, I saw you going into it. They keep talking about this Tawheed and you were bringing out good points like Tawheed and Ahad. You know, Ahad means one of, and Tawheed means the unification of Allah, and we all know you cannot unite one with one, or one by itself. It's impossible. You have to unite 2 or more. And we know the Muslims believe the Quran is eternal, then they believe the Kalimatullah, the knowledge of Allah, is separate, eternal. So I wanted this guy to see those things, to see that, you know, this is false from the Muslims. They claim this, you know, one God and one this and one
the Quran is not created as Muslims they believe. So now we have 2 uncreated at least individuals.
Yeah, 2 divine. Yeah, 2 divine beings.
One is Allah, and the other one is the Quran. So what is the purpose of saying Allah is one when there is 2 uncreated? That's a fiction.
Exactly.
If the Quran is not created by Allah, so the Quran is coming from where? It's uncreated. So how it exists by itself? That's make it God.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, it's funny. Me as an ex-Muslim, every time I talk to Muslims about this, they always do. You know, they always run and divert or bring stupid arguments. That's why I told him to debate you. I said, you know, if you think you're this and that, deal with this guy. I've seen videos where hundreds and hundreds of people left Islam, you know, with the things you showed them. And the thing is, I told them, I keep telling people about you is, you don't tell people your opinion, you just show them proofs and references. And even, because he's Moroccan, he was from Morocco, even Moroccan guys like him even left Islam. So I'm trying to show him this is a false religion, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your life, you know? Yeah.
And you know, he says to me that the Quran says, no one like Allah. This is a theft from the Bible. If you go to Jeremiah 10:6, it says there's none like you. If you go to First Samuel, I think chapter 2, It says there's no one holy like the Lord. All the Bible is saying there's none is like God. No one, you know, none equal to him, none in the like of him, none. So if the Quran have a verse saying there's none like Allah, well, that will not make any difference, because anyway there's somebody before you, he said that, but yet you don't believe in their God. And if what make me God is because none is like me, if you take it in a literate way, that's mean I'm God too, because based on science my fingerprint is not like anyone's fingerprint. Does that mean I'm God?
Exactly. That's a good point.
There's no 2 DNA in this earth is the same. You see how many billion human being there is? Not even single one. Even if your son, his DNA is not exactly like yours.
That's true, yeah.
You know, so that will make me God then. So they take things in a literate way because they are naive and they have no answer.
Yeah, and also, isn't it true in the Quran it says Allah is the best of creators in Arabic plural?
Yeah,
even
the Quran
English translation says creators. Yeah,
absolutely. How Allah is one, but He is comparing Himself by who? By creators. You know, this is the same when we speak about.
That means Allah is admitting there's other creators. Yeah,
absolutely. Especially when He speak about Baal. You know, because He compared Himself to Baal. All of us, we knew Baal is one of the ancient gods, which is, you know, like he is the god of fertility. His horn is the crescent moon. That's why the Muslims, they have the crescent moon in the top of their mosque.
Yeah, exactly.
So if
even I told him about I was explaining to him the other day about Lah. Lah is an Assyrian moon god that goes back to the Egyptians. Yeah, the Egyptians and the Assyrians.
Yeah.
They worship the god Lah. And I told him Al is just means Allah. You can take it on, you can take it off, and they were not understanding it. You know, that's why I told them everything in Islam is about the moon. The Ramadan is the moon symbol on their temples. Everything's the moon. You know, even there's a chapter called the moon in the Quran. Allah swears on the moon. Everything's moon, right?
Yeah, and actually, the Al, it can be explained in 2 ways. If the Muslim, they want to say that Allah is a pure Arabic word, then Al in Arabic is equal to that.
Yeah, that THE, yeah.
All right. Now, if we want to go really to the root of the word, the truth about it, Al is an old word meaning God. Ancient word. Why I cannot type out because I have, hold on. Al, A-L. This is why you see, what is the name of Baal? What is Baal? What is Baal? Ba?
He's an ancient god, yeah.
El. You know, guys, what I'm saying? Ba? El. The god Ba. Baal.
Yeah.
You know, but this does not mean that the word AL is a pagan word. All those languages before, they use the same word as a word mean God, which means it's not a name. It's not a name. It is a word mean God. So even in the Bible is used as an example. What is the name of the prophet Daniel? Daniel.
Daniel, yeah.
Daniel is it should be in the old ancient Hebrew with AL. You know, let us see. I made a video about it. There's tons of words which is ending with L. Even Israel, it's not really Israel. In the ancient Hebrew, it is Israel. It is Israel. Let me show it to you how it is. Isra. Yeah, and then L. Do it this way. Isra and L. That's why you say Michael. It is Michael, not really Michael. It is Gabriel, not Gabriel. But in the New Hebrew, the AL, which is the word of God, changed to be EL, from A to E.
Oh, okay.
EL. This is why you see Emmanuel. Emmanuel should be Emmanuel. Ishmael, it's Ishmael, etc. So It was just a word exchanged with the word eel, or eel, let's say, was replaced the word al, but both of them mean God. It's not a name. It's not a name. It is a word mean God. So all those belong to God. But then Muhammad the thief, he come.
Yeah, hello, you still there?
Yeah, you didn't hear me?
Hello, are you still there?
Yeah, I think you didn't hear me. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, hello, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, and also you were going into a question about, which I always bring this up to Muslims, is a very good point, about Allah saying if He wants a child, you'll have a girlfriend, yeah, sahiba, yeah, girlfriend. Which that's very funny, you know. He doesn't even use the word wife; he uses the word girlfriend, which is funny because Muslims, they tell us they can't have girlfriends, yeah, but their God, He's allowed a girlfriend. It's funny. And he didn't answer the question, you know, Marshall. He didn't answer the question. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Oh yeah. So, you know, I thought this guy, he was like a calm, you know, like he's kind of like a westernized, you know, calm, cool dude. So I thought you're gonna have a nice discussion, but you know, switching topics, which is, you know, is very shameful, you know.
Well, you know, I feel sorry for him. Obviously, he is not educated, and he was maybe shocked or he felt humiliated somehow. But this is not my attention. You know, for me, I'm trying just to correct him and show him the truth. You know, but Muslims, they get offended whatever you do, whatever you say. You know, it doesn't matter really what you say. Anything you say about Muhammad, they got offended.
That's true. That's true. And what would you have to say with ethics? You know, the Quran has a lot of bad ethics. Maybe you can show Marshall some bad ethics, because I know he's in the chat right now.
From the beginning, when he called, I told him, your God cannot be my God because your God does not teach any good ethic. As an example, the women, she got divorced 3 times, she have to sleep with someone else. This is a bad ethic, you know. The Prophet, he ordered women to
even
go.
Isn't there a verse in the Quran where it says, maybe you can show him now, where it says prostitution is allowed? Like if you can sell your
prostitution, yeah, the chapter of you know. So yeah, it's very clear, but obviously he is very he's being very aggressive to resist. He don't want to listen. That's why he was shouting, trying to speak over me, keep trying to get away from the topic, but that will not help, you know. It's not going to help.
Yeah, you know what, Marshall, I know you're listening. Forget the Bible and Jesus, you know. You're not a Christian, you know. You're not going to believe in Christianity, right? And you don't have to believe in Christianity. He doesn't even want you to convert. What it is just ask him any topics about Islam, the Quran, the Hadiths, the Sirah, you know. And he can show you clearly. He'll show you proofs and references. And since you speak Arabic, it's all Islamic sites. Not going to be no non-Islamic sites. And you'll see for yourself. You don't have to be scared. So, you know, you can call him right now today or whenever. I think when you on CP, is it Monday to Friday, or is it every day?
We are here every day unless I have a seminar to do, you know.
Yeah.
And then I will not open. Sometime, like supposedly we will not really stay long, but as you see, we cannot really hang up on people who they are enjoying being with us. You know, I will feel guilty. You know. Otherwise,
like 4:30, yeah, 4:30 New York time, like Eastern
we
time.
start 4:30 every day. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And you know,
so, yeah,
I encourage everybody who listen. Anything I say, like now I just mentioned the Hebrew stuff, AL and EL. You can go right now and search in Google and see and check yourself. Don't take what I say for you and granted. I show you on the screen always. I don't make things up, and I don't speak of my own. Otherwise, people will laugh at me.
That's the truth. Yeah. That's why, Marshall, even you saw when you're talking to CP, right? Everything he showed you straight from your own books, your Islamic sources, your Islamic books.
Yeah, well,
you know, your own website. He didn't make anything up.
We are speaking in public, and our conversation is recorded and posted on YouTube. So imagine how much embarrassing if you are teaching people wrong things. You know.
It's a very good point. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but maybe you can explain to him why it's a waste of time debating about the Bible, you know, to a Muslim, or debating about Jesus in the Bible?
First of all, you know, why he want to debate about the Bible if I am here to debate about Islam? I mean, you go to the butcher to buy meat, you go to the grocery store to buy vegetables, you know, I mean, to the one who sell veggie, to buy veggie, go to the person who is, this is what he do, and then no problem. There is a Christians who they love to debate you about the Bible. Ask them all the questions, and they will have fun as much as you wish with them. For me, I am here to debate about Islam. Yet each time, and this is what you notice, each time I want to debate a Muslim, he will debate me about the Bible. Only because this is the only way they can escape. They can escape the torture of the stupid religion it's called Islam. And for me, I find it very funny to debate a Muslim about the Bible, because it doesn't matter what you say to him, he will come tomorrow and he will ask the same questions.
Yeah.
You know, tomorrow.
You know they'll do CP. You give them convincing answers, and they'll say, "Oh, it's corrupt anyways." You know.
Not only this, tomorrow he will go and ask. He will ask the Christian person the same question he's asked me. The Christian person, he will answer him, and yet he will come back and he will say again the same.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, sorry. I said, even if you show them convincing answers, in the end they'll just say it's corrupt. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you do. At the end, it's corrupt for sure, and he is not debating you to debate. Really, he is here just to defend by attacking, not by answering. This is the whole point. I'm going to keep throwing rocks at them, and they will keep busy collecting rocks, finding a way to answer me back, and this is the only way I can get them busy from questioning my religion. That's the whole story. They will never debate. They don't debate, and they will not debate. You know?
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. And when it comes to Islam, yeah, the Quran, there's even there's different versions. Yeah, is that true? In Arabic, there's different versions. Just for the people who don't know.
You know, for me,
he has a different version in his country, in Morocco. He has a different version than the Saudi Hafs.
Right, because in Morocco they read Warsh, they don't read Hafs.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't focus much more. I mean, it's for my benefit actually that the Muslims agree in one Quran, because that will make it easier to destroy it. Agree whatever you agree upon. I'm not going to discuss really the goat ate the Quran, and let's say the Quran, the one you have today, is the perfect one. Let us see if it is. So let us see, and then you will see that the Quran is a stupid book. This is why I don't really waste my time trying to prove the Quran to be corrupt. However, we can prove it, but to prove the corrupt to be corrupt, I mean, somehow it's silly, because for us, we don't believe in the Quran anyway. However, the Muslim, they claim that the Quran being preserved, but you ask them, what is the first revelation Muhammad received? They say to you that Allah, he says to him, Iqra. Okay, where we can find this one? They say to you at the end of the Quran. Okay, how it is preserved, and the first revelation is in the end of the revelation? I mean, did Allah make a mistake by sending the revelation to be the first, but it was supposed to be at the end? And then Uthman, he correct the mistake of Allah? Do Muhammad or Uthman or the Muslims have the authority to change the location of the chapters or the verses or the words of Allah? The Quran, it says actually, يُحَرِّفُونَ الْكَلُمْ عَنْ مَوَاضِعِهِ, which means the one who do corruption is by changing words from their location only. And this is the Quran. I will show it to you in front of you on the screen. Just by changing the location of the verses in the Quran, hold on, you are doing corruption.
So the first surah for the record is not Al-Fatiha. It's not supposed to be Al-Fatiha.
Absolutely, right? The first Fatiha is not even from the Quran, because Ibn Mas'ud, he couldn't consider it even the Quran, and even like other scholars. Wow. Because if you read Al-Fatiha, it's a prayer, a guy praying to Allah. It cannot be Allah speaking. You know, How Allah He says,
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
guide
that's
us to the truth doesn't make sense. Al-Fatiha simply is a copy from our Father art of heaven.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Go and see, compare between Al-Fatiha and our Father art of heaven, and you will see that Muhammad trying to make equal prayer to that prayer which is the Christian learned from the Christ. Here in front of us, chapter 4, verse number 65. It says, وَمِنَ الَّذِينَ هَادُوا يُحَرِّفُونَ الْكَلِمَ عَنْ مَوَاضِعِهِ. So what they do? They change the words from their location. So what is corruption in Quran? Is not adding words or taking words, is changing the locations of the word of Allah. The Muslims, they did that exactly. They changed the location of the Quran verses supposedly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even
in the Quran, just on Al-Fatiha.
You see here?
Isn't it true that?
Read with me.
Sorry, go ahead.
Of the Jews, there are those.
Are you showing it on the screen? I don't.
Oh, okay. It's not showing on the screen. Okay, hold on. Let me show it.
On YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Of the Jews, there are those who displace words from their right places. So what they do? They change the verses. They don't change the word itself. They change verses. You change them, you replace them, whatever. So the corruption in the Quran, which is mentioned in the Quran, is you changing the location of the verses from their places. And this is the Muslim translation. So what the Muslims did, if Allah He sent Quran and He is the true God, why the Muslim they change the location of the verses? They are correcting Allah mistake. Allah was wrong.
And even on Al-Fatiha, Christian, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, even on Al-Fatiha, isn't it true, for the record, that it curses the Christians and the Jews in that prayer?
Yeah, true? At the end of it, it says, "Don't make us the same as the lost Christians and the cursed Jews." But I have a more surprise for you and for Marshall. Al-Fatiha was delivered to Muhammad when he was doing poo-poo. Yeah. If we go in the Quran, this is Al-Fatiha.
Funny religion. Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, how in the world those Muslims believe in this? I have no idea.
And this is an official website, yeah, for the record, yeah. It's a Muslim website.
Oh yeah, this is the official government website of. Okay.
I'm Jordan. Yeah.
Read with me. It's reported by etc. 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 He said, the messenger of Allah, Allah bless him and give him peace. Okay, what happened? Whenever he went out, what went out here? In Arabic it says tabarraza, which means go out to excuse my language, to do shit. As simple as that. So wherever the Prophet he went out to do poo-poo, he used to hear someone calling him, "Oh Muhammad." And then whenever he heard that, when he never heard this, he used to flee. I mean, look at this. Why he run?
Can you post the source in the link? I don't know if this guy Marshall believes the source.
Who cares if he believe or not? This guy is a kid. This is the book of Asbab al-Nuzul. This is one of the major books to explain why Quran came down.
Okay.
And actually here, first time I was long time ago, maybe I was a kid at that time. First time I did read this, I said to myself a question. And I thought about it, and then second day I asked my friend who is in high school with me, I said to him, why the Prophet he run away? He said, I don't know really. I said, like how many times we heard that the Prophet is brave? So what happened, your Prophet he hear a voice at night and he run?
Wow.
I mean, where is the brave Prophet? The Muslim, they say he was a hero, he was a brave. Just a guy, he said to him, "Oh Muhammad, this guy, he don't even lift up his underwear and he start running and the poo-poo is coming between his legs." What is the brave Prophet, guys?
Oh
people, are you listening in YouTube? If the Prophet is a brave man, why in the world a brave hero, a king, a fighter, a warrior, he will run because somebody says to him, "Oh Muhammad," at night? Do you see it? And whenever, not only once, not only twice, not only 3 times, this angel looked like he insists to give him that chapter of Al-Fatiha when he's doing poo-poo. I mean, isn't it weird that this angel will not show up unless Muhammad is taken off his panty and he is doing poo-poo? Can't he wait?
Oh, CP, sorry if I can ask you a question, because it's on the same topic. Is it true that Muhammad himself said, I only receive revelation when I'm cross-dressing, when I'm wearing the clothes of my wife? Is that
No,
true? Is that
he said, I never receive revelation unless I am in the clothes of my wife Aisha.
Can you say in Arabic? Do you know in Arabic?
لم يأتني الوحي في ثوب إلا ثوب عائشة.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. And the Muslims, they accept this to be true, huh? How can they accept this?
And let me show you how stupid the answer of the Muslims. If you say that to them, they will say to you, the word thawb, most likely it means the house of Aisha. Okay, let us go with this, just to show you how we get them busted. If this is true,
Yeah.
Muhammad saying I never receive Quran unless I am in the house of Aisha, that's mean he never received Quran in the house of Khadija.
Wow.
But Muhammad,
That's a false explanation. Yeah.
but Muhammad, he became a prophet and he received Quran in the house of Khadija 3 years, many years actually, because Aisha, she was married to Muhammad 3 years after the death of Khadija, but Khadija, she left with Muhammad, she did live with him for many years. So how they want to explain that, it doesn't make sense. But I find the most funny story actually, that the most important prayer the Muslim they repeat 5 times a day, it was given to Muhammad during the time he's doing poo-poo. That's disgusting, my friend. It's disgusting, it's weird, and what make it more stupid, it's written in their books. You see, if this is found in the Christian Prince book, people they will say this guy, he don't like Muhammad, he don't like Islam, maybe he made it up. But this is written in the books of the Muslims, in the scholars. You see, if you go with me here in this website we are speaking of,
Yeah.
first of all, this is the book of Asbab al-Nuzul.
So can you explain that book to people who don't understand?
Asbab al-Nuzul mean the reasons for the Quran to come down. So
Okay, all right, great.
any verse, it is about Muhammad, have to do with Muhammad, you can find it here why it came down. So this book explain the reasons. Now if you go down, if you go in this website, you will see that this is a website owned by the government of Jordan. Read with me. Let me see if we can make it appear. You see, about tafsir, unique, future, etc., etc., and then it says copyright the Royal of Ahl al-Bayt Institute for the Islamic Thought. Where is that located? That's located in Amman. Contact us.
Ahl al-Bayt, is that Shia?
Contact us. Oh no, this is not Shia. This is not Shia. This is Sunni. The king
Just
of
for people who might get confused.
yeah, the king of Jordan is not a Shia. You know, he is a Sunni, and he is supposedly even from the family of Muhammad. That explains why he's corrupt. You know. Yeah, he's a very corrupt man. You know, he's very well known. He is the puppet of the American. You know, there's no question about that. Yeah, every Arab know that, and he is from the family of Muhammad.
So Al-Asbab al-Nuzul, I don't know how to say it properly, but
Asbab al-Nuzul, here we go. This is the name of the book. You can see it there.
Yeah.
And this is the link. Everybody can copy, and you can contact them. They have a phone number in Amman, Jordan, and you can call them.
So this is official. No Muslim can come against this website.
Absolutely,
Yeah?
this is very
Just for the
official.
record.
This is government website. This is government. This is not. Yeah, this is not. And actually, not only here, we can find it from the website of the government of Saudi Arabia, the government of Qatar, the government of Bahrain. It doesn't matter, all of them, because all of them they have Ministry of Islam.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, and all of them they are fighting to preserve the story that Muhammad received the Quran when he was doing poo-poo.
Wow.
Which is amazing. I mean, this is one of the reasons to believe that Allah is God and Muhammad is a prophet, because Allah, he sent his verses in sensitive time. The day have 24 hours, huh?
Yeah.
Allah, he will not send the Quran to Muhammad after he finished poo-poo, neither before. He will send the Quran only when Muhammad doing poo-poo. And when Muhammad he hear Allah, oh sorry, the angel speaking, he flee. Obviously, it's a sign of madness. Muhammad is being crazy. He's a crazy man. He hear voices. You know, when I was in the army, there's a guy. He was, when I finished my service. You know, there's a process you do to deliver your, to get your papers, to be a civilian. So there's a center where everybody go there. Anyway, we are sitting, everybody waiting for his papers. To get like what they call it, the clearance. There's a guy. I saw him first time when he came to the base, but he is new. So I said to him, "Why you are here?" He said, "Well, they discharged me." I said, "Why they discharge you? Did you fight with somebody? Did you do something bad?" He said, "No, but I hear voices, so I'm not qualified to be a soldier." So this person, I feel sorry for him. I'm not making fun of him. He hear voices, and just because of that, he isn't qualified to be a soldier. So how about a person, he hear voices, obviously, and he think it is from angel and God? He can be trusted, and especially the hadith says clearly that the prophet, he imagined things happening, but they never happen. The hadith says clearly that the prophet, he imagined things and hear voices. Look what it says. Even sex, Muhammad can. He used to imagine it, but it's not true. Let's see. يخيل إليه. Here we go. The prophet continued for such and such a period of time. Okay, continued what? What happened exactly? Let us see. Make it more clear so people can see it. So the prophet continued for such and such a period of time, imagining that he had slept with his wife, but in fact he did not do so. So it's very obvious that this person, he have mental issue. He imagined things. The Muslim, they say to us, this was a black magic, but all of us, we know that the black magic is fiction. It's not true. It's a lie. Any Muslim who is listening to us, Marshall, do you believe in black magic? Marshall, do you believe in black magic?
He says he wants to, he doesn't care for hadith, he wants to refute the Quran. So I have a question for him on the Quran.
Okay.
You can hear me, CP?
Yeah, well, he can call me if you want to refute the Quran.
Yeah, is there a guy named Abdullah ibn Sa'd and he added something to the Quran? Is this true? Just so Marshall can see.
The story of Abdullah ibn Sa'd, simply he was the scribe of Muhammad.
Yeah.
And he is the one who write for Muhammad the Quran. So when he was writing Quran for Muhammad, this guy, he said something, he thought it's nice to say. So Muhammad, he says, okay, write it down in the Quran. And he left Islam right away. He said, if Muhammad is a prophet of God, well, I am a prophet of God too. If that was sent to Muhammad, well, these verses was sent to me. I am the one who wrote them.
Wow.
Yeah, and actually the verse we are talking about, you see the verse we are talking about, that Allah is the best of the creators?
Yeah.
This is made by this guy.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
So the Muslims, they have this story in their book and they say Sahih.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's there. I can show it right now. Yeah, but tabarakallah wa ahsanul khaliqin. This is what Ibn Sarah he said. This is his statement. Muhammad, he copied it, he put it in the Quran.
Wow.
And later,
Show us that.
and now we are getting Muhammad busted by this, because how he claimed to be a prophet who worship one God, then he says that blessed be Allah, the best of the creators.
Yeah, creators plural. Yeah, many.
Yeah, and it's mentioned twice in the Quran. Chapter 37.
What chapter is it mentioned for the record? So
37. 37, 125. I'm showing it in the screen. And chapter 23, verse 14.
23:14. Right.
Yeah. And those are copy of This man.
So, Christian, can I ask a question?
Sure.
When in Islam, what do they mean by, what is the word tahrif, and what do they mean by this? Like, what is the whole concept?
Tahrif means corruption. But I showed you what tahrif means. We showed it to you from the Quran. The Quran speaks of tahrif by changing the location of the words from their places. You know?
Wow.
Yeah. So the Quran says the following. That is the tahrif. You see the word yuharrifuna? You know a little bit of Arabic, right? يحرفون. Yeah, يحرفون الكلم عن مواضعه. So this is the word tahrif. How they do it? By changing the location of the words from its location. Chapter 4, verse 146. And it's mentioned again in chapter 5, verse 13. They change the words from its original locations. Alright?
What do you mean by they changed the word from the original location? What do you mean by that?
Actually, the story, supposedly Muhammad, he was asked by the Jews about a woman, she committed adultery. So what we should do with her?
Muhammad is what? Sorry, I can't hear you.
A woman, she committed adultery. So what we should do with her? So Muhammad, he says, you don't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, sorry, continue.
Yeah, they asked Muhammad, a woman, she committed adultery. So what we should do with her? He said, well, don't you find the answer in the Torah? This the story based on the Muslims. He said to them, bring me the Torah. Bring me the Torah.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find the hadith. And then when he opened the Torah, one of the Jews, he put his finger in the top of the word where it says rajam. This is the tahrif, which means they did not change really the book.
Yeah.
He just put his finger in the top of it to hide it. That's all. You know. You have a sound in the background, by the way. If you can mute it.
Sorry, you said there's a sound in the background?
Yeah, it looked like a TV or something.
Oh, yeah, it's my TV. Sorry, I put it on mute. Continue.
Prophet.
Wait, this guy is asking a question. Where did the Quran come from your knowledge? Like, I heard it comes from Syrian.
Quran come from everywhere. There's no. I'm writing a book. It's called The Origin of the Quran, and the Quran have no one source of origin. It's from everywhere. It's like a dumpster where everybody dumps something, and then that's it. It's like a recycle machine. You know, you put things there, and from all colors, from all kinds of plastic, and this is why it doesn't make sense. Like there's stories, they are not matching together, and there's contradictions. You know.
Yeah. So this guy's asking me, Allah said He will protect the Quran, but He didn't protect the other books. So, is there any proof that Allah protected the Quran inside the Quran?
How Allah protect the Quran? You know, we just showed many proof that the Quran cannot be protected. Because simply there's no Quran. The proof, where is the Quran? Okay, if Allah protect the Quran, where is the Quran?
Yeah, how come they don't have any manuscripts, any original manuscripts?
Not only they don't have a manuscript, they don't even have manuscript for Uthman Quran. The one they are reading right now is a Uthman book. Where is Muhammad book?
Hello. Sorry, I can't hear you. Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Hello.
Hello. I'm here. You hear me?
Sorry, I can hear you. You said Uthman, they don't have his Quran. What was that?
They don't have the book of Uthman. They don't have the book.
So what do they have?
They don't have anything. They have nothing.
So the Hafs, don't they call the Hafs Quran the Uthman's Quran?
They don't have copy of Hafs. They don't have copy of Uthman. They don't have anything. Hafs is a recitation, not a copy. Hafs. They don't have a book. It's called the book of Hafs. There's nothing. They don't.
Yeah.
They have no Uthman. They have no book of Muhammad. They have no book of Hafs. And not only Hafs, they don't have a book. Hafs himself was accused by a Muslim to be a liar. He's a thief and he's a liar. That's why any hadith made by Hafs is rejected in Islam. Quote any hadith to any Muslim Sunni, tell him Hafs, he will say to you it's rejected. Why? It's da'if. Actually, not da'if, rejected. Da'if is not rejected. It's rejected, which means it is thrown out. It's not even da'if. Da'if is accepted.
Yeah.
So Hafs, any hadith he say, it's rejected. And this is what make it more funny. How they accept the Quran of Hafs, they reject the hadith of Hafs.
Yeah, that's very. So what do the Muslims? What's the explanation for this?
They have no explanation. Muslims do not know. They have no idea.
They don't know.
Like, you know, if you ask this guy, what do you say about this? He will say to you, I never heard of this.
No, I mean the scholars. What do the scholars?
The scholars, they take it as it is, what they can say. This is what they have. That's it. They're stuck with it. You know? Yeah.
So didn't you see in the Quran in Arabic? Doesn't it say this is a recitation of a recitation of a recitation? Yeah.
Well, if you open the Quran, if you have a Quran in your house, you can open the Quran right now. It says in the page number.
Can you show us on the screen? I don't know if you can show on the screen.
You have to see the book, the physical book. If you go in, if you go in the page number A, it's at the end of the Quran in Arabic, you see page A. But I don't know if in the English one, I don't have an English Quran.
Could you read it in Arabic? Translate for
it's كتب هذا المصحف وضبط على ما يوافق رواية حفص بن سليمان ابن المغيرة الأسد الكوفي لقراءة عاصم بن النجود. So it's according to كعب عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. So there is many according to, but there is not even one copy. And Hafs, the first according to is coming from Hafs. Hafs was accused to be a liar, and he's a thief.
Wow, can you show this from reliable sources that Hafs was a liar and a thief? Just so Muslims
hold on.
Say you're lying, aren't they? So we can expose them, you know, that they might say, oh, Christian Prince making it up. Hafs was a good guy.
Oh no, I give reference. I have a video about it with all the reference.
Okay.
You know.
So when the Muslims say, just for people who are listening, and they have one Quran and it's never been changed, all they say is propaganda to sell Islam, right?
My friend, let us say for the sake of argument, the Quran never changed. That will not change anything. That is a stupid book. I don't want, my friend, I don't want to prove the Quran is changed. It's not for my benefit, because, as I said, it's for my benefit to prove the stupid book to be stupid and not being changed. Because trust me, after 100 years from now, the Muslim, they will not accept the Quran no more, and they will say it's da'if, and then we will have another problem. You know what I mean? Because they will say.
Why do you think this? Why do you think they'll reject it soon?
Well, you've been a witness today how this guy, he rejected the chapter we showed him, right?
Yeah, I saw that. So
yeah. So when the smarter they get, the more they will reject. The more educated they get, you know, the more they will reject. So
Christian Prince, what do you say about Muslims who speak Arabic? It's their first language. They can't see all these things when they read all these things.
Most of them, they don't know, because this is you have to do a lot of work. You have to study. You have to research. Those are not published in TV to everybody, and it's easy to get. But now, because of the internet, many they start seeing those things, because before nobody dared to question. Like right now, if I am in the Middle East, if I am in Morocco, in this guy country, I will be killed after 5 minutes.
Really? Is that serious, yeah?
Oh yeah, you know.
Even though Morocco is kind of liberal for Muslims, it's not as bad
Morocco,
as Saudi, right?
Morocco is not what you think. They are more crazy about Islam. However, it's a country which is messed up. Like, one of the biggest business in Morocco is prostitution. But when it's come to Muhammad, everybody want to die for the sake of Muhammad. You know?
Yeah, correct.
That's why the government, they made a law that anyone preach the gospel trying to convert people, he will go to jail up to 5 years.
Yeah, that's true. You know, Brother Rashid, is it possible for him even to step foot in Morocco, or it's impossible?
Oh, they will kill him immediately. Come on.
Wow, wow, wow. Just for the record, Brother Rashid, for those who are listening, is a Moroccan Muslim whose father's a sheikh who converted to Christianity. So you know, he can't go back to the country.
There is a lot actually. There's a gentleman. I think he is right now with us, but I don't know. He's not talk for long. There's many Moroccan. They are ex-Muslims, and you know when I speak about Morocco, I'm not trying to put the Moroccan people down. I'm just stating a fact. The country is messed up. There is no jobs. There is no etc. That's why you see if you go right now in the internet, you search. They have a strike everywhere, and this corrupt king trying to control his people, and they use religion to control the crowd. Anyone he tried to speak the truth, right away they accuse him to be an apostate. You know?
Wow.
Yeah. If you speak anything against the king, how they can silence you? You are an apostate. You are, you know, this guy is insulting the prophet. You know, they will find an accusation. Yeah, it's like in Saudi Arabia. Now, if anyone wanna send him to jail, they accuse him to be a Muslim Brotherhood. 20 years ago, Muslim Brotherhood, they were heroes in Saudi Arabia. Right now, they are. It's a big crime, you know.
This guy is saying there's atheists in Morocco, right? So he's saying you're lying, but isn't it true? If you speak out, they'll kill
nobody
you.
there.
You can't say nothing against.
There's
Muhammad,
not okay. If we go and check in the Islamic in the government website about Christians in Morocco, percentage, atheist, gays, lesbian, we will find 0.
Yeah, exactly.
So how there's atheists for sure. There's atheists. There's gays. There's lesbian. There's prostitute. There's bad. There's good. You know, everywhere. But
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
There's nobody there to say who he is. That is the story. But there's no country like if we go to Saudi Arabia, there's 0 gays. But go to YouTube, you will see they are all over.
A lot. Yeah. I've heard there's a lot there.
If you remember the story of the prince who killed his boyfriend in London in the elevator.
Oh yeah.
You know, you remember the story? He killed him. He's a gay. But in Saudi Arabia, he's a prince. And in Saudi Arabia, there's no gays. They asked Ahmadinejad about gays and lesbian rights in Iran. He said in Iran, there's no gays and lesbian. Country have 70, 80 millions, have zero lesbian, not even one.
Yes.
You know,
nonsense, yeah.
The whole country is straight. Because why? Because nobody there to say he is an apostate, or he want to be Christian, or he want to be gay, or he want to be an atheist. Who there? This is the only way. You know. There's a video of an imam. His name is Al-Qaradawi. He said, if not the sword, Islam would not be exist today. They told him why.
Oh, yeah,
why we have
Egyptian,
why we have the law of he said why we have the law of apostate. He said, my friend, if we don't have the sword, we will not have Islam today. And this is the truth.
Exactly.
Take the sword off, all those Muslims will leave Islam. Even this guy who is defending, I feel sorry for him. He's ignorant. Sooner or later he will grow up by age, he will learn, and he will find everything I said to him is absolutely true.
Hello, can you hear me?
It's just a matter of time.
Hello.
Yeah, we are with you.
Yeah, sorry. What do you say? If it wasn't for the sword, yeah. So guys like him, they have to stay, otherwise they'll be killed. Most of them, yes.
All Muslims, they will, you know. You see, you will not know a person what he do in his life unless you give him a freedom. If you force everybody to go to pray, we do not know really who want to pray or pray who don't want to pray. So in this society, nobody have a choice to be a Muslim or not to be a Muslim. Give them a chance. This is why you see when a Muslim go to Europe, he is different from when he is in Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, his beard is long. He prays Allah. He pray to Allah 5 times a day. He is practicing. You know, when I was in Asia, there was a bunch of Saudis sitting in the table. They have 2 hookers with them. They have whiskey in front of them. And then when he ordered the menu from the waitress, he asked her if she have halal food.
Yeah.
Man, you know, crazy people, because they are used to say we want to eat halal food. So now suddenly he's a believer. He have a hookers with him. He have whiskey in the table, but he want to drink halal. You know, he want to eat halal food.
Yeah. You know, this guy Marshall, he just put there's no compulsion in religion. Is it true that this verse is abrogated? It's been cancelled?
No, this verse is not about being abrogated. This is a verse saying there's no innocent people should be killed and that is a verse was given to Musa, not to Muhammad.
So the verse you're talking about,
and this is coming from the 10 commandment of Moses, where it says don't do murder, don't kill an innocent person. However, Muslims, they believe in it as the following, that if you kill a Muslim, you killed an innocent person, but if you kill non-Muslim, it's okay. So the verse here still, even if it's about Moses, you can kill anyone, he is not a Muslim, for he is guilty. There's an interview in the BBC, everybody can search it right now. Anjam Shawadri in the BBC, the host in the TV asked him, why you don't condemn? Yes, Anjam Shawadri, yeah. Go and search, you know, just type BBC interview Anjam Shawadri, you know, and you will see. He asked him the same question about the verse you are talking about. He said, how you don't condemn that killing of innocent people, when your other scholars, they say we condemn, and they quote this verse of the Quran. He said, yes, the Quran says that Islam is against killing innocent people, but innocent people in Islam is Muslims. And the guy in the TV, he said to him, are you kidding me? I mean, are you sure? He said, yeah. He said, when it's come to Islam, you are an innocent if you believe in Allah, so you are protected by Allah. If you don't, you are guilty for not believing in Islam. So you can be killed.
What about if a Muslim makes a takfir on another Muslim? Now he's not innocent no more, yeah?
Well, if you are a kafir, you are a kafir. You know, Muhammad, he said, if you don't pray, if you don't pray into the direction of the Kaaba, if you don't pay zakat, if you don't eat as we eat, if you don't slaughter as we slaughter, etc., if you don't do any of those, we'll kill you. That's why ISIS, they kill Muslims. Why? Because according to Muhammad teaching, those are apostate. You know, the war of apostate, which is very famous, launched by Abu Bakr. Why he did launch the war?
Yeah, the Ridda wars, yeah.
Yeah, but the reason, do you know?
Yeah, because many people left Islam. They passed.
No, not only this. You know, most of them, they did not say we left Islam. They did not pay zakat. That's all. You know. So
it was a war about taxes, paying taxes.
Not taxes. It's an obligation in Islam. If you don't do any of those, if you don't pray, if you don't do zakat, if you don't face the Qibla, you will be killed. So this is one of the reasons he launched war against them. You're not a Muslim. This is why it's called the war of apostate. So the second you refuse to pay zakat, even so, if you say to them, I pray to Allah, I say shahada, it doesn't matter. You are apostate.
Yeah, that's true. You know the point. You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the point you made where you give them freedom. You see, I live in Canada, and there's many Muslims that apostated, that left Islam. And so especially in the West, many I know from different backgrounds, like Pakistani, Somali, Bangladesh, whatever. And even the ones you meet online, like I find my own personal research is like majority of the people who leave Islam, I would say, are Arab world. And a lot of them, they can read the sources. You know, there's a lot of books that they don't translate in English. That's correct, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they live in there, they have servers and websites and whatever. And the interesting thing is, those people, they cannot announce it. That's why Muslims, even in the West, it's very, very fearful to announce it. When a person converts to Islam, they'll have one person who'll do like 100 videos on different YouTube channels.
Just for the sake of propaganda, because you leave Islam, you are endangering yourself. This is why when we say we have Christians, those are true Christians, because nobody forced you to stay Christian. If somebody say I'm a Christian, he's a Christian. Most of the Muslims, they say they are Muslims.
Sorry, hello, I can't hear you. Hello.
Yeah, it's okay. Soon we will. Can you hear me? Yeah, Khalid. Soon we will finish this broadcast. Maybe it's better for you to hear me from YouTube, because soon I'm going to close. We are almost done for today. Yeah, it's already 10 p.m. here, so soon I'm going to close. Anyway, thank you very much for calling. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for answering. Thank you very much.